this ain't gonna be a traditional boxing clinic and more fight breakdown. We're just gonna chop it up a little bit and I'll just give my prediction real quick. We backdosed the boxing clinic and more, talking about Sullivan Barrera taking on Super WBA champion Dmitry Bivol, out of Europe, out of Russia, I believe, and it's it's built to be a good fight. It's a lot of people that believe in Bivol. Believe he's just gonna watch Sullivan Barrera. I will tell you, boxing politics is definitely in full effect in this fight. Barrera is on his last fight deal with Main Events, and he was offered the Kovalev fight in November. Said he didn't want unless it was a title. He was offered again for this March 3rd fight, but it came with less pay than the last Kovalev offer in a basically a lifetime contract with Main Events. He rather roll the dice and face Bivol, but Bivol is a solid competitor, fighter. He's a solid competitor as well. A lot of things he does that I noticed just briefly watching film. Like I said, this is not going to be my most in-depth breakdown, so I will give you that disclosure right now. It's because I have a lot going on. Daughter birthday, my birthday, vacation coming up. Definitely, worry about the family business and switching up the job, switching up hours. So a lot going on. I'm trying to get acclimated to working morning so I could be there for my family. There's a lot going on. But enough about my situation. Just letting you know. But I will get to a better breakdown next week though. But I'm glad I did the Wilder and Ortiz thing down the road. I'm glad that I got that out the way. And I will leave that breakdown in the description. That was more of an in-depth breakdown. I'll leave the link in the description for you. I did it last Wednesday. I did it ahead of time. That's one of the best things I could have done. But yeah, Dmitry Bivol. A lot of what he does is predicated off his left jab, his left hand. Period. He like to hook off the left hand. He like to use the jab. He like to put the right hand behind it. He's a very smooth fighter. He's not a super athlete, and neither is Sullivan Barrera, but he's smooth. He knows what he wants to do. He's a very good fighter, but I think he's overrated by people. I mean, he's been on the fast track. Don't get me wrong. He's won 10 rounds. He won 12 rounds, but I don't think he hasn't won 12 championship rounds. He haven't won 10 championship rounds. He haven't had the high intensity of a fight that this is going to be. And we know Barrera goes down early in fights. I think he needs to work on warming up better and work on his balance and maybe, do some better stretches, whatever it may be. But Barrera has an electric right hand. Barrera has some slick properties about him. Bivol is not slick at all. He's a stiff, but he's very smooth. He's very patient. He's wise beyond his years in the ring. I will give him that. But there's no shortcut for experiences, man. Certain experiences you can't get. And I'm talking life lessons as well. There's certain things you can't get in a book. There's certain things you can't get in sparring. There's certain things you just can't get unless you just go through it. And that's the reason why building up a fighter is the way that it is. He takes time. About 20 fights, usually he's ready for a contender championship type of step of fight. And this dude, Bivol, got like 11 or 12 fights, I think, 12-0 with 10 knockouts, but it hasn't been versus the competition level he needs to be going against Barrera. Barrera has went through the ringer. He's went through the experience. He had the Andre Ward fight. He had the Shavansky fight. He had his time, the Joe Smith fight. He worked his way up. He's been through the ringer. He had experienced fight. He had tough fights. He knows what it's like to struggle, to have some resistance. Bivol has had zero resistance in his career, and that's going to be his undoing in this fight. He's a talented fighter, but I think Barrera is absolutely on another level, and I believe Barrera is going to stop Dmitry Bivol, in my opinion. I think he's going to stop him. I just do. Because I don't see him winning on the cards. Let me say that right now. Boxing politics, he will not win on the cards, so he must come in there and stop Bivol. Now, is that risky? Yeah, but Bivol is not a super athlete. He doesn't do a lot of great things. He does good things, but he doesn't do a lot of great things. His power is not what people are making it out to be. He don't have blazing hand speed. His punch placement is good, but a lot of his combinations and punches that he throws is very, very redundant. He's very, very predictable. He can be broken. Barrera, some body work, some good body work by Barrera. Using this jab and putting that right hand. But I'm expecting Barrera to put this dude out. I expect him to put this guy out, man. Because I don't see him winning on the cards. I expect him to come out aggressive And we're going to see what type of chin Bivol got. We're going to see what type of gas Bivol got. Can he take it to the body? Because Barrera going to work up and down. This is Barrera's shot, man. You know, this is Barrera's shot. Maybe this is the year of the Cuban. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's just the year of Barrera, you know, being the winner chicken dinner. But I'm expecting Barrera to pull this out. He too savvy. He too experienced. He too skilled. He too athletic for Bivol, man. Bivol is a stiff. He's overrated in my opinion. Not saying that he's not good. He's just overrated for this point in his career. But he will become, win or lose or draw, Bivol will become a better fighter from this experience. And I think ultimately that's what he's looking for. Win, lose, robbery, draw. He going to become a better fighter. I'm not saying that when you say somebody's overrated, it doesn't mean they good. I just think people think he's better than what he is. And when I briefly turned on the film, he wasn't what people say he is, you know. And, you know, I think Barrera is going to knock him out. Because Barrera don't have no choice. If he don't knock him out, Barrera's not going to win. So that's why I'm going with a knockout. I expect Barrera right hand to land on the jaw, you know, accumulation of body work, and then the right hand to the jaw, you know, ending it. I know people say, well, he didn't stop Joe Smith, he didn't stop this guy. I don't mean that this dude power is just so much more than Bivol can handle. I just think the intense, you know, 12 rounds that he's going through, I don't think his conditioning is ready for that. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think when he get hurt, he ain't gonna know what to do. Trust me. Europeans don't like going backwards, and they don't know how to hold. You know, and I think Barrera's gonna put him in a world of trouble. I got Barrera knocking this guy out in the 11th round. Could be wrong, but you know that's what I'm gonna stick with. We gone. TBC, we out.